Hello and welcome to episode 15 of the Roll Jump Media podcast. I am joined once again by my co-host Andres and my recurring panelists Jose and Luis. Sorry for our viewers last week. We did not do the podcast because of the holiday. We took a quick break and we're back this week. For the podcast this week, we are going to be talking about next gen games having a possible price hike, Xbox Games Showcase speculation, and Ubisoft Forward speculation. However, before we continue with the podcast, we would like to do something very important. We are going to be giving a moment of silence to former Nintendo president Mr. Satoru Iwata. Rest in peace, Mr. Iwata. Thank you. My panelists do want to share some thoughts about Mr. Iwata and his influence on the gaming industry, so we're going to be doing that before anything else. All right, you guys, if you want to take over to share your thoughts about Mr. Iwata on his fifth year anniversary of his passing.
Nintendo, I feel like Nintendo hasn't been the same. I mean, for obvious reasons, but the way he viewed like gaming is like it was very unique. Like I don't see that right now with like other CEOs or presidents. Just like his viewpoint. I don't know. He treats gaming as like as a getaway, or I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I only know.
it's like the famous catchphrase that he's known for, right? You know that during that presentation where he said on his business card he's a corporate president. In his mind, he's a game developer, but in his heart, he'll always be a gamer. And that's something that he clearly like took into his job because no other like president and CEO, has ever been so like in touch with their clients, like their client base. And that's something that I don't think Nintendo will ever see anything like that. Cause like Reggie Fils-Aimé, like he was also very he was very interactive with his fans. But so like Satoru Iwata, like he was responsible for like a great spike in gaming, during his tenure. He led like Nintendo's most successful launches of games and consoles. He was there to like help recoup the losses from the Wii U. I mean, there was and probably never will be another president like him. So he had a very very huge impact in the gaming community as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah,
Yeah, and even after his passing, you could tell like the Nintendo Directs, because I don't know, he added like something special to the Directs.
Yeah, he did like
Um,
little comedic skits too. Like it wasn't just like the
yeah,
presentation. Like he had like the little like his own fun way of presenting.
yeah.
And that's something that's sorely like missing from the current directs that's happening.
hmm I mean, to be fair, there really hasn't been a lot of Directs, but yeah, it's I don't know, like I don't know if they'll ever get that like touch again that only he was able to bring.
Hmm.
Um, and like as a Pokemon fan, he also has a lot to do with the history of Pokemon. He was a huge help for Gold and Silver. So I
Well, I
mean,
mean,
he's a really
he
important
he
piece.
he he was like a ray
So
of hope for a lot of um
yeah,
like IPs and franchises. Because if it wasn't for him, like how laboratories wouldn't exist right now, which means there would be no Kirby.
yeah,
You know, if it wasn't for him, like jumping in to save Earthbound, which was Mother 2, we wouldn't have
hmm
that. If it wasn't for
Right.
him jumping in to save, Super Smash Brothers, we wouldn't have that. Like, there's so many games that he had a part in that we have because of how passionate he was for his work. You know,
Yeah.
so I mean, to say that he was a great influence in the gaming community is a huge understatement. Like, he basically is the gaming community. Like, he is gaming.
Hmm.
Just imagine like what the landscape would be like um if he hadn't like started his little if he hadn't started HAL Laboratories a lot. Well, he wasn't one of the founders, but he was one of the like first employees, right?
Yeah.
But just I mean, just really, literally, just imagine a world where he wasn't present.
Yeah.
A boring world, probably.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, we'd all like all of us, we wouldn't have anything to do. So he's very, very influential. He was a very important man. I remember the day of his passing. I remember Cassandra and I, we were actually in the middle of our Ocarina of Time playthrough. I was playing on the Nintendo 64. She was playing on the 3DS, and we were actually like already on Ganon's castle, right? Like, we were already like at the end of the game when I just for some reason, like, I looked at Twitter, and then I saw that that they had posted a notice that Satoru Iwata had passed away, and I remember like feeling so down, like I was feeling like so hyped and excited because I was like, man, like, we're about to beat Ocarina of Time for God knows how many times, and then like I just immediately went from like this high, just like I was like so sad like the rest of the night. Like, I remember like I couldn't find like joy and excitement in beating Ocarina of Time, and then a couple days later, like at his funeral, like people were talking about how even the skies of Japan were crying because it was like raining during his funeral, and it was like so sad. Like, I remember like that was like sad, like such a sad week, pretty much. Like, it was a sad week. Even though
Yeah.
I didn't know him personally, like I never got to meet him, but like it was still pretty. It affected me pretty bad. It affected me pretty bad. I
Hmm.
remember feeling like really, really sad. And every time I watch that Did You Know Gaming episode, like
Dude.
of Satoru Iwata, I cry every single time. Every single time. So I don't know. I just felt that it was very important that we talk about him today, like right
Yeah.
now, you know. And
Yeah.
it's
Well.
it's almost as if it was like meant to be that like it happened to be on the day that we're recording a podcast that it happened to be the fifth anniversary, or not fifth anniversary, but it's been 5 years since he passed.
Yeah.
So today marks the fifth year. So I think it was very important for me to have brought it up in our conversation today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
I guess everybody shares something, and I'll share a little bit too. So, um, as the person that's probably least entrenched in the Nintendo ecosystem, even before I knew about what Mr. Iwata did for the gaming community, just watching him in the Nintendo Directs and just his presence, you can tell just off of those things, the kind of presence he exuded. Like, he was welcoming, he was warm, you felt the warmth in everything he said. You can tell the passion the man had behind everything that he was doing for Nintendo. And then, off of just a little bit, I was able to educate myself on about uh, the history, like going back to the 90s and the 2000s. It just further compounded that warmth and that drive to do good by the company and to do good by the gamers. And I think, yeah, just echoing what you guys said, a very important man, somebody that, with the combination of his expertise and his personality, uh, we'll be lucky to get somebody like that, like at once in I don't know, 500 years or something. It's gonna take a lot to get somebody like Mr. Iwata back into the gaming community and to have an impact that he did. But yeah, uh, everybody shared a little bit about Mr. Iwata. Rest in peace, Mr. Iwata. You will never be forgotten.
That's right. Rest in peace.
All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the podcast. All right. We have not talked about what we've been playing, so let's go ahead and do that. The usual order so we don't confuse things.
Okay, I'll go. Um, what have I been well, since we took what 2 weeks,
Yeah, it's been two
there wasn't.
weeks.
I did start playing Xenoblade Chronicles, but only for like 10 minutes. It was shortly after I finished The Last of Us 2 or Part 2.
Cool.
Um, and I don't know if like I started playing Xenoblade Chronicles, but I didn't feel like I was invested in the game, so I put it down. I think I think it's because I don't know. I felt like I needed a break after The Last of Us. Um, but yeah, ever since then, I haven't really like played a game like a story-driven game um, since The Last of Us Part 2. I've been playing Animal Crossing here and there, and I've been playing Apex, and,
Hmm.
and that's pretty much it. I still owe you raise a few hunts for Monster Hunter. But yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna keep bothering you. Don't even worry about that. We're gonna get them hunts in.
yeah. But yeah, I haven't really been gaming as much. It's just like whenever I have time, I just go in on Apex and Animal Crossing.
Nice.
Pretty much it.
Yeah, you put in a lot of hours into a lot of Naughty Dog games.
Yeah,
So yeah, I understand if you need a little bit of a break for sure. All right,
Definitely.
who wants to share next?
Um, I'll go. So for me, I've been playing mainly Animal Crossing. Um, I already finished Xenoblade Chronicles, so uh, I mean, I'm thinking of buying the sequel just to play that as well. But right now, yeah, I'm focusing on Animal Crossing, especially with the July update. The streaming and the new bugs. Um, and I've gotten into terraforming, which is decorating the island and shaping it to be how I want it to be. Um, that's been pretty fun actually. I spent a lot of time now. Um, and actually, Andres yesterday when he visited my island, he saw a bit of what I've been doing. It's not much, but I've been focusing on that. It's been fun. Um, and then I also got to play Pokemon, the DLC. I finally got to that. Um, and that was fun. Um, it has its flaws, but I enjoyed it. Um, yeah, that's a conversation for a different day.
You don't want to talk about it
But
right now, or actually, I don't know who wants to play it. We probably shouldn't.
oh yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah,
let's refrain from that.
yeah. You're right.
But I actually got back into it a lot. I enjoyed playing through it, and then I also did a lot of the raids, the max raids online. That was a lot of fun actually. I kind of rediscovered that again. It was nice. But yeah, that's been pretty much it. Just Animal Crossing, and well, I already finished the DLC for Pokemon, so waiting for the next part. Yeah, that's
Nice,
it.
nice. All right. So as for me, the two games that I've been talking about for the last I don't know how many podcasts, I'm still playing those, Apex and Final Fantasy 14. Final Fantasy 14, I'm on the last DLC, and it's actually pretty interesting so far. I won't get into it. I don't haven't gotten that far, so I'll probably leave those impressions for another day. The I did go back into Monster Hunter for a bit, for a few hours, and it just reminded me not only how fun it is, but also how in depth it is. Because literally, you can. you can take a loadout for any situation going into, like, do you want resistance to certain elements, or do you want to deal damage in a certain element that's a monster's weak to, or do you want to just focus on raw power and up your critical hits so that they do more damage, or if you want to focus on defense. So there's a lot of things to speculate about, and I love to theory craft builds. Like in Apex, I'm theory crafting what kind of loadouts I want. In Monster Hunter, I'm optimizing the build that I want to take on the hunts. So all that stuff, I spent more time doing that than actually hunting, because it's been a while since I've been into the game. But yeah, I'm having a lot of fun doing that, and I'm probably going to be doing that for at least a couple weeks, if not more.
Nice.
All right, so that leaves one more person, my co-host. Andres, are you there? Okay, it seems like he's stepped out for just a moment. Let's go ahead and move on to the news segment. All right, so there's going to be three items on the list, like I mentioned before. The first thing we're going to be talking about is the next gen games possibly going to have a price hike from $59.99 to $69.99. I am taking this from The Verge, which was an article written by Chaim Gartenberg. So you guys might have heard of this. This happened, I believe, last week sometime. Um, 2K, the publishers behind NBA 2K21, they released an announcement saying that they're going to be charging $59.99 for the current gen version, and they're going to be charging $69.99 for the PS5 Series X, the next gen versions, which is going to be coming out later this year. So that's going to be a $10 increase. Also, this is going to be unique to NBA 2K21 so far. They're going to be locking cross-generation access behind the premium editions of their game. So if you buy the PS4 version, if you want the PS5 version, you won't get that with the base game. You have to buy the premium version. And if you buy the next gen version and want the current gen version, you have to buy the premium version. So I thought, yeah, so I thought all this was interesting. How do you guys feel about 2K's structure, and if it will translate to the other games going forward into the next generation?
Well, first of all, like as you were explaining, it's kind of confusing.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I try to
so
simplify it as much as I could.
yeah, and that's the point I'm trying to make, right? Like when consumers go and buy like the games they want or whatever, like it's gonna be confusing for them to understand, what they have to do to get the game they want, right?
Right.
Um, so that's the first thing. And I, I I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. And you said that they're raising the prices, right? Or they're thinking of raising the prices.
Well, none of the other publishers, as far as I know, have said if they're going
Hmm.
to be charging 69.99. But being 2K, and 2K is kind of like what everybody's going to be flocking towards, like the mainstream, consumers. I would think
Right.
that would probably be the baseline going forward, but we're going to have to see. Um, the one thing that throws a wrench into it is, Xbox saying that they're going to be having a smart delivery, and if games cost 59.99 on the PS4, Xbox, and so forth, then um, that doesn't imply a 69.99 tag going forward. But Xbox has been on the cutting edge on treating the consumers well, so I don't know what to expect.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll find out once the next gen is here.
Hmm.
But I mean, I think it's ridiculous. Like, I don't know why they're charging so much. Like a $10 increase may not seem like much, but I mean that's yeah. I mean that's that's a lot of money, for a game. Um, and I mean, if it does carry over to other games, I mean, who's to say that they're not gonna release DLC and then you're gonna have to pay more money for that DLC,
Yeah,
even though you
yeah,
already paid like $70 for the base game. Um, I mean, I don't know. Uh, I don't know if other games follow suit, then I mean, I guess that's gonna be what it is. But if other games stay at the 59.99 price tag,
hmm
um, I feel like they're gonna have to decrease that because I mean, people are gonna. I mean, I'm sure they're gonna receive backlash if that's the case. But also, I mean, competition-wise, I mean, people are gonna flock more towards games that are cheaper. Or at least I would think so. I don't know. People are willing to buy games for whatever price if that's the game they want. Um, but
yeah, yeah,
we shall see. I mean, I really hope not, only because it's a lot of money. But it is what it is, I guess.
yeah. I actually did an article about this like last year about should video games go up in price. And one thing when I was doing my research is the cost of marketing. So
Hmm.
I guess the cost of marketing has gone up over the years, like drastically. And I hope that that money's not going to cover the marketing costs. I want that money to go towards the developers, if anything. So it's
Yeah,
there's a lot that goes into a video game, and I mean, if it costs more to make it and people need recompense for that, then by all means, sure. But it's just there's so much that goes into making a video game, like marketing, and I guess it's important for to get reach, but it's hard for me to relate as somebody who likes to keep on top of stuff that I consume. That's where the money's going to be going to. So I guess it's just a fact of business, I suppose. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, there's a lot of like background stuff behind the scenes. Like the marketing and you know, just like the how the money is distributed that we don't know of. So maybe a lot of that has to do with. I mean, the price increase has a lot to do with those like a response to that. But at the end of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
day, we as consumers, that's what we get. That's what we see. The price. And that's what either turns consumers on or turns consumers off and convinces them to buy the game or not. So we shall
Totally.
see.
Totally. All right. So it seems like we shared our piece with that topic. The next ones are actually going to be speculation pieces. So the first one we're going to be talking about is the Xbox Game Showcase. The Xbox Game Showcase is going to be happening on July 23rd at 9 a.m. Pacific time. I got that from the official website. Um, I wanted to see what kind of games Xbox is most known for, and I knew a few off the top of my head, but I referenced a article from Games Radar saying that was titled "The Best Xbox Exclusives You Need to Own." The four that I would choose is probably Forza, which is a driving game, Halo, everybody knows Halo, Gears of War, I'm pretty sure everybody knows Gears as well, and then we have Ori, which has been a big thing for Xbox recently. So just to jog your memory as to what games Xbox has, um, the question I want to present to you guys is, what could Xbox show that would get you interested in their ecosystem? Because I know that all of us are Nintendo fans, PlayStation fans. We talk about Xbox, but none of us have an Xbox console, as far as I know. I know my co-host did have a 360, but yeah. What are you expecting from Xbox so that you're interested in what they're showing?
Okay, so Um,
Well, I think for me, the one thing about, and I don't know if this is controversial, a controversial statement or not, but I feel
Yeah.
like Xbox, um, it's a little too realistic for me, if that makes sense. It doesn't make sense,
Okay. It's
I
cause
don't know. I don't
yeah.
know how to explain it. Like, it's just I don't get that same like vibe that I get from Nintendo or even like the from Sony. I don't know. I don't know.
it's too Western.
Yeah, I guess. I guess I could say that.
It's a Western company.
Damn, Reese, you went right for the
Um,
jugular.
they have like it's shooters and I mean with Ori, I think that's that's a good example of diversity, I guess, in their games.
Hmm.
But before that, I remember I would always um, I would always see Xbox as the shooting machine. I don't know,
Yeah.
like people will get their Call of Duties and their Halos and their Gears and on the Xbox, and I they don't have unique IPs. I think I'm sure I'm not trying to like downplay Halo or Gears, but
Yeah,
uh,
I understand.
it's very similar gameplay, I guess.
I think, well, yeah, like Ori, I think that's a good start for them. Um, to get me into their, you know, ecosystem, as you mentioned,
Right.
um, they would have to explore more games like that, or more, I don't know, like more variety, more um, outside the box storylines or characters. Um, I don't know, something to draw me in like that. Um,
Yeah,
so I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah, like I'm mostly looking forward to like unique games, like we said, Ori, and then Cuphead. Cuphead
Cuphead was really good too.
was a huge thing. And the way the what's it called the style, right?
Mhm.
Hmm.
The animation style, the gameplay. But also like I want to see. For example, I remember when they first announced their little presentation about gameplay um, that went horribly for them earlier, like a couple months ago.
Oh
People
yeah,
were
they're mhm.
speculating, right? They were speculating about things or games they would like to see. And I saw somewhere that someone mentioned, how Nintendo had Marvel Ultimate Alliance, and then Sony had Spider-Man and the Avengers game.
Okay.
So, like Microsoft, like what could Microsoft have, like, for them to have a what's it called? A partnership with Marvel or like other third party properties, um, like exclusive to Microsoft.
Hmm.
So for like the Xbox, it could be like an exclusive superhero game, uh, something that you can attach to the Xbox, and oh, you're interested in this hero or this type of game, you can, you have to get the Xbox, and not just Marvel, but like other properties. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, that would be so interesting. Um,
Like I don't know, an X-Men. I don't know.
so for Xbox, I know Xbox during the 360 era, probably during the original Xbox era too, but I believe mostly during this 360 era, they did try to get Eastern or like Japan styled games onto their system, and for the most part, most of those didn't pound out for them, unfortunately. Like in a different universe, if those had sold well and had a following and all that good stuff, we'd probably see more of them on the Xbox. And then they try to do it with Scalebound, and then that fell through.
Yep.
Um, they're just having a tough go at it when they're trying to get Japan and um, developers that are abroad on board to their console. So They have an uphill battle as opposed to Sony that's already entrenched worldwide more than Microsoft is, more
Right.
recognizable. Nintendo has a big foothold in America too, with Smash being a big hit and all that good stuff. So I don't think we've seen Xbox have that breakout yet.
Not
And
yet.
maybe with the Series X, they might have that breakout with some good partnerships and good what do you call it? Treating their customers well. If that combination, maybe they'll be able to break out. I hope they do, because more games
Right.
from different studios and successful ones. It's always good.
Mhm.
I'm trying to pull up an article I had. I made some speculation about what. Let's see. About what?
And then I'll just say,
Yeah.
while you look, uh,
Go ahead.
I mean, I've seen them try, for like their presentations in the recent years, that they're the ones who showcase um, more Japanese games. For
Uh-huh.
example, they've shown like Bandai Namco games, like the Dragon Ball games. Uh, I think we first saw Jump Force, the Jump Force uh, announcement at the Xbox presentation.
Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah.
So we saw, I don't know about Dragon Ball Fighter Z. I might be wrong on that one.
I
Uh,
believe they did do that one too. Yeah, I'm
and
with you
then
on that one.
the Kakarot game, and then even like in the last E3 we saw Tales of Arise, right, announced at the Xbox presentation. So I I do think that they're trying to get the well, they're trying to focus on the Western audience, but the Western
Yeah,
audience
yeah.
who just Japanese games and RPGs and those kinds of games. So I mean, at least they're trying.
Yes. I did end up finding what I was looking for. I actually had like four of them, but let's see. The one I wanted to point out was, you know how Bandai Namco they put out the arena fighters for anime games, like the
Right,
3v3s or the 2v2s, whatever it is, and it's in an arena, and then you have like a easy combo to do in one button, and then there's a whole bunch of characters. It sells really well most of the time.
right,
Instead of doing it that way, if Microsoft could somehow, because a lot of people are asking for a good anime game, right? And
right.
I think there's precedent for Microsoft if they play their cards right to offer a deal to somebody like a developer to bring a really good anime game to life. Personally, I would like a Bleach game.
Right.
A Bleach game, it could be like a 2D fighter like Dragon Ball Fighter Z, or it can be like a high budget 3D open, not an open world, but open sandbox type of deal with like quests and stuff like that. Something different for an anime game that people will be like, "Oh wow, this is new and this looks actually like there's care behind this."
Mhm.
That's what people are wanting. Like there's a niche, there's like a big sect of players that would want something like that. Maybe they can do it for My Hero, or they can do it for Naruto or something. That would be pretty cool.
That'd be interesting. Yeah. It's kind of weird how no one has actually
Perfected that.
tried that. Like try to create like a legit, you know, like franchise, like gaming franchise out of like an anime um property. Yeah.
Yeah, there've been a
Um,
there've been a couple good ones here and there, but nothing. I don't think anything that's you know uncharted levels of of budget towards that.
right. Or
Yeah.
like a Batman um equivalent, or like a
Yeah.
like an actual franchise that can stand on its own. They should do that. That'd be good.
Yes, I agree. And then there's one more. I know my co-host. He actually played this game. It was called the Lost Odyssey. It was a JRPG back on the Xbox 360, and unfortunately, Xbox did not continue, or they didn't continue their relationship with the developer. It was a developer called Miss Walker, and it was headed by Hironobu Sakaguchi. That was the creator of Final Fantasy. Um, Nowadays, they make mobile games, and some I think they're pretty good mobile games. But if they could come back and make something for Xbox or something, if they still have the personnel to do something like that, I think that would be cool too. So is Andres, are you back on the call? Okay, seems like he's not back yet. All right. So any final comments about Xbox? Anything that you would like?
I don't know. Like with Xbox, I'm just every time I see like a presentation for Xbox, um, like like I don't expect. No, I don't want to say that. Like I want to be surprised, I guess. Um, I'm open to whatever they show. Because
Yeah.
I'm not invested in Xbox as, let's say, Nintendo or Sony. So I'm always open to see something that catches my eye.
Yeah,
But you
definitely.
know,
Actually, before we move on, how about so they're making a big deal about Halo. I know we've been suggesting all these ideas, but Halo's going to be pretty big for them, probably for the
yeah.
foreseeable future. Uh, is there something about Halo that could get you on board? Are you on board for first-person shooters, or is that just not your deal? Would you give it a
Mm,
chance?
the only experience I have with Halo, I think it was Halo 2, the multiplayer. Back in college, I would play with like my suite mates, and the multiplayer is actually really fun.
Oh yeah.
And, but like yeah, and I think that's one of the staples of the Halo franchise. Um, the multiplayer, like whenever I hear people talk about Halo, they always praise the multiplayer. Um, and but yeah, like it's really fun. But that's the only experience. I don't know much about the story or the
Yeah,
the
me neither.
storyline. But I mean, sure, like I'd be willing to try it. Uh, and I think they mentioned that there's gonna be gameplay, no, shown.
I want to say yes. I want to say yes. I don't have confirmation, but I'm sure
Like
we should be
teams and
expecting
all that.
Halo if they're going to be having a game showcase.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know. It's a weird franchise for me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm the same way too. I mean, it's not really. I mean, I've never really been drawn to that franchise, I guess. Um,
Mhm.
but I mean, I really haven't been drawn to other franchises, and I've played them and I've enjoyed them. So maybe giving it a chance um, might make me a Halo fan. I don't know. Um, I mean, it does seem interesting, and I'm not really too familiar with like the lore of that franchise, like the story of the franchise. Um, so it'd be interesting to kind of explore that as well. Um, but I don't know. I
Yeah.
guess I've never really, because I've never really owned an Xbox console either. Um, so that's why I've never had that chance. But then again, it goes back to why haven't I had an Xbox console? Well, mainly because it's never really there's never been anything that like pops out to me or that attracts me as a as a consumer of their products. So
I think you're hitting it right there
mm,
because as much as you want to give Halo a chance, I mean the console's going to cost a lot of money, and
Yeah,
you need something that gets you invested, and then once you're into that ecosystem, then you'll give it a chance.
yeah,
Yeah, so that's where I'm coming from. Maybe you guys feel the same way, but Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean they have Game Pass too, and even with Game Pass, where you can get all the games that they have, even the ones that come out day one, there's just not something there that pulls my attention just at this moment. Hellblade though, Hellblade 2 is that's depending
All
on
right.
that how it's gonna look, I might be in. That's my in for me, but we'll see. We'll see on the 23rd what else they have in store.
We shall see.
Indeed. So moving on to Ubisoft. So Ubisoft is going to have their Ubisoft Forward event soon, actually tomorrow, July 12th at 12 p.m. Pacific time. At 11, they're going to be sharing updates, or 11 a.m. Pacific time. They're going to be streaming and sharing updates on their existing games. I'm getting all the details from their official website. And then at 12 p.m., it's going to be the show that we're going to be tuning in for. They say, quote, you're going to we're going to be getting, quote, details from AC Valhalla, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Watch Dogs Legion, Hyperscape, and a few surprises. A couple,
Interesting.
yeah. So we're gonna be talking about those few surprises, maybe if we can speculate. Um, they're the franchises that they're most popular on their for Ubisoft. I did a quick Google search. Tom Clancy, so Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell, Tom Clancy's The Division, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege, those kind of games. That's Tom Clancy. For Honor, Assassin's Creed, Rayman, Far Cry, Mario and Rabbids. Those are the kind of games that Ubisoft puts out. Um, so my question to you guys is, what could Ubisoft show that would pique your interest? So a similar thing to Xbox.
I'd be interested in a Rayman, a new Rayman game. I really enjoyed the last one. What's it called? What was it? Oh, well, Legends. I think so. Yeah. Like it's an actually a really good game. I really enjoyed it. It's a lot of fun. I like I don't know, it's really perky, or like the music, the color of that game. So I would really like to see like uh, a new entry in the franchise, maybe for the Switch too. Um, and then of course the inevitable announcement of DLC, Rayman as the next DLC Smash Fighter. Just kidding.
It could be.
Um,
It could be.
I mean, could happen. I mean, they already released the DLC, um, what's it called, Minion? Um, so I mean, it could be Rayman, it could be Rabbids, the Rabbids. I don't know. Um, but I mean that's putting too much focus on Nintendo. So I don't know if they'll
Okay,
be
so
willing to do that. But but yeah,
yeah.
Rayman, maybe even a Mario Rabbids sequel. That'd be fun too. I really did enjoy that game a lot. So those two probably are the ones that would stand out for me.
All right. I haven't tried a Rayman. Actually, I tried a demo, and it was fun. There was just other things that I wanted to play. I didn't focus on it too much, but
Yeah.
Rayman might be a good play.
As for me, as a Nintendo fan, and the fact that Ubisoft has partnered with Nintendo in previous years, like I want to see, well, either a new IP with like a Nintendo property, or a partnership with a Nintendo property,
Hmm.
or like also said, a Mario Rabbit sequel, or maybe not Starlink. That game, it's like whatever. um,
You
but
have experience, right? You actually played it?
yeah, like 10 minutes and then I stopped.
Oh, okay, well,
Yeah, but yeah, something along the lines of Mario Rabbits. As like I also want to see. They announced a game. It's called Gods and Monsters.
Oh
Uh,
right,
I don't know if it was
yes.
last E3, but that game looked really cool, and I want to see more of that. It's coming to like all the consoles,
Hmm.
PS4, Xbox, and Switch,
Hmm.
and I don't know, like the aesthetic of that game reminded me a lot of Breath of the Wild. Um, so I've been wanting to see more of that game. Um,
Hmm.
and
Me too.
what else? Rayman. We know we're gonna see Assassin's Creed. Something that a lot of people ask for, or that they've been wanting to get, is a Splinter Cell game.
Yes, sir.
And I don't have much experience with that franchise. I know that it's a lot of stealth, right?
Uh-huh.
So I remember I saw a comment somewhere that now that Metal Gear is kind of like dying,
Dormant.
unfortunately, dormant, and with Konami,
Hmm.
maybe Splinter Cell can take that, like the stealth game.
Man, I hope
It could
so,
be the
dude.
next stealth game. And I love the Metal Gear Solid games, basically because of the stealth. I like stealth. That's the biggest part I enjoy from The Last of Us Part Two. And so I don't know, like having a Splinter Cell, like it probably, we were talking about like, oh well, no, 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 mind. But yeah, like a game like Splinter Cell will be cool.
I
Um,
hope so. Yeah, a lot of people be happy with the Splinter Cell.
yeah.
I I played Blacklist and I played Conviction. Both of those games, they're stealth games. Um, it's a lot of marking your targets, and then you actually don't. You can manually shoot, but there's mechanics, at least in those games, to where you can mark your targets, and then you can push a button, and then he'll do animations to that dispatch him. So he'll like slow mo, and then he'll shoot that person, then the other person, and then you can like take down the last person or whatever. It's kind of cinematic, you know.
Hmm.
Yeah, so it's they're fun. They're fun games. You can
But yeah,
also
I'd be
do,
interested.
yeah. In Metal Gear you can do non-lethal, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, so like the same thing with Splinter Cell, you can be non-lethal or lethal. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. It's an itch, that I've
Hmm.
been wanting to scratch.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Ubisoft. Do you think we'll see Beyond Good and Evil too?
As much as I want to say yes, I must say no. And the
Yeah, I
reason,
don't think.
yeah. Oh, go ahead and share yours first.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, like I don't see that game. I feel like that game is, when they announced it, it was they were barely starting.
Hmm.
Like I don't think there's any, or not enough progress to. Well, I mean, maybe they can show a trailer, but yeah, I feel like it's still early to see it.
I I think they announced it in 2017.
Yeah,
2017 is 2020 now.
3 years.
Yeah, we still haven't really seen. We saw some
Much.
gameplay, but it was a lot of. It was like alpha, like pre alpha,
Right.
and that's pretty much it. Yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. If you haven't played the original Beyond Good and Evil, it's worth a play.
In the Switch
Uh,
Pro.
yeah, Switch Pro would be nice. Hopefully, they need to announce. I mean, Nintendo, they don't want to put out the Metro Prime trilogy. Ubisoft put out the Beyond Good and Evil port. Do it, get that money.
You know,
Actually, I don't know. I don't know if Beyond Good and Evil would sell that well as a port. I mean, but I just want more people to play it.
yeah.
Let's see. So a lot of Rayman shout outs, Mario and Rabbids. We got Splinter Cell on deck. Startlink shout out, but not a good shout out.
Yeah.
um, for me, I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed, but I did see some gameplay that leaked, unfortunately, before they got to show it officially, and it looks like Assassin's Creed Odyssey 1.2 off of what I've been seeing. I know it's not official, but it's gotten me a little de-hyped because I saw some leak footage. But we'll have to wait and see to see what's new, because I have hours and hours and hours to put into Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I really like Cassandra a lot, the main character, one of the main characters. And I'd be down to just forget about Valhalla and just finish that one for the next year or two. So they're gonna have to really come with something that catches my eye for me to get this game.
We shall see.
Yeah.
And
What
that's
else?
tomorrow, huh?
Yeah, it's tomorrow. Pretty exciting.
Yes.
And also Far Cry 6 supposedly leaked like
Oh,
yesterday or I don't know when.
I think 2 days ago,
2 days
or
ago. Yeah, it was
or
pretty
maybe.
recently.
Yeah.
And I'm not a Far Cry fan. I haven't tried them, to be fair. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, they just were never up my alley off of what I've seen. But Far Cry's coming. And For Honor, if they make a For Honor sequel, I'd be interested in that. If they just expanded, if they made a bigger single player campaign or something, I'd be down, most likely. Yeah, but that's Ubisoft. Ubisoft has some. I feel like they can surprise us with something because with their
Yeah.
collaborations with Nintendo and then um
Their own
stuff.
IPs.
Yeah, their own IPs. They have a lot of them. So yeah, Ubisoft Forward tomorrow. We're gonna be tuning in to see that one.
Yeah.
All right. Now I'm debating. Should we? Yeah, I mean, we have a few minutes left. I wanted to do this with my co-host, like sharing what we're looking forward to the most with Nintendo, like what
Yeah.
game we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
Andres, are you are
Uh-huh.
you back?
Yeah, I'm right here.
Okay, cool. All right, so we still have a little bit of time left. I mean, we can go ahead and share our opinions about um, what we're looking forward to the most coming from Nintendo, what game we're looking forward to the most, or speculatively what they could announce that would get us really excited. So let's just go around and we'll share one game or franchise that we want to see from going forward on the
You're
Switch.
limiting me to just one.
Yeah, we're gonna go one. We're gonna go one, or else it'll take forever.
All right.
Who's starting?
I'll
I'm
go first.
all right.
Okay, so just one then, right? Okay.
Just one.
You know what? Okay. Just because it's been kind of a neglected franchise, I want my Metroid Prime. Like, where is it? Where's my Metroid Prime 4? I want it. Where is it, Nintendo? Y'all like Nintendo be slacking because Reggie retired and my man Bowser, he out there like I don't know what he be doing, trying to take
He's
over
not.
Mushroom Kingdom, I guess. That he ain't focusing. Where's my Metroid Prime 4? Where is it? That's what I want. I want my Metroid Prime 4.
I can't vibe with you more than I am right now. I'm so with you on that one. You know what? Share if you're share another one because that was mine.
Okay, another one.
Yeah.
Man, you're putting me on the spot here. Okay, come on.
Oh, I thought you had another one in the
Well,
bank.
I
I thought.
do, but I have more than one. I'm trying to figure out like which one like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Yeah.
You want to rapid fire
Uh,
them? Just rapid fire which ones you want to do?
no, 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 no.
All right.
There's too much for that. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, what do I want? Come on, Nintendo. There's so much. There's just too much.
Everything.
Everything. I want everything. I just want it all. I want it all, Nintendo.
Right.
Man, you know what? You circle back
Circle
to
back.
me.
Circle back.
Circle
Okay.
back.
All right, Jose, you next.
Okay, so
It seems that 4 is like a cursed number in Nintendo land because my game would be Pikmin 4. Um, I got into that franchise. Well, we got into that franchise back when Pikmin 3 was released for the Wii U. Um, and I mean, we got into that franchise pretty late, but better late than never. Um, it's a really good game. It's a really good. I don't know, like I had a lot of fun. Like I was genuinely surprised at how much fun that game is. Um, and I mean, I've been waiting for a port. I mean, I've been waiting for Pikmin 4, and hopefully they'll announce that. That would make my year. But
Right.
I mean, at least port Pikmin 3.
Trash.
No, no, you have to play it. You have to play it.
This is
It's a
trash.
really good game. I mean, when you first hear about it or see it, I mean, if you haven't played it before, then yeah, I mean that's what we thought too. It was like, well, what is this random
And
game?
then that's the thought that's gonna continue after I play trash.
You don't know that.
No, you gotta be
I'm just gonna
open-minded, Chief. Open mind.
Pikmin 4
Fine, fine,
trash
fine,
game in the
fine.
comments.
I'm getting a
Um,
rise. I'm getting a rise out of you anyway.
yes, but I'm gonna keep it, you know, PG. Um, or at least port Pikmin 3. Like, there's so many ports that I would want. Like, we want Wind Waker port for the Switch. Like, right now. We haven't played that
Again, they
game.
already did it for the Wii U. Why
I
would they do it
know, but
again?
they ported it for the Wii U, right?
Well,
We didn't get it for the
okay.
Wii U.
Technically, it's not a port. It's like a
Yeah,
remaster, I
Yeah,
guess,
remaster.
it's a remaster,
because
yeah.
it's HD or whatever. But you think they're gonna port that again? Or do you think they're gonna
Yes,
port the HD version to the Switch or something?
they have to. I need that game in my life. But anyways, Pikmin 4 would be my pick. Like that would make me happy. So happy.
All right, cool, cool, cool. I can hear it in your voice it would
Yeah,
make you very happy. All
it's
right.
crying actually.
All
For
right,
me,
Weech.
I mean, I have a few, but and it's been a rumor among the
Trash.
Nintendo community, what? Um, and it's Mario Kart 9. Um, I
Okay.
want to know. There's a rumor that supposedly they've been working on it, um, but I like to see another Mario Kart.
Why? So you
I
can
mean,
cheat again? You cheater!
cheating. What do you mean cheat?
You're a dang cheater.
When? How?
I don't know.
Yeah, dude.
You always win. You cheat.
Oh,
There's no
no,
way.
I'm just good at it,
No,
I guess.
no.
But yes, I want to cheat and be the best. But yeah, Mario Kart.
Mario
And
Kart.
I can say the other ones, but
You know what? Rapid
uh,
fire.
well, I mean, I would like to see the Mario remasters that are rumored.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I mean, I had it right now.
You know what? Okay, really quick on those Mario remasters. Like, okay,
Yeah.
y'all know I don't really care too much about like Mario Galaxy or Sunshine or anything like that. But like the only one I would be like legitimately interested in would be Super Mario World if that one was one of the ones on the list. But then I'm thinking about it. I'm like, okay, how would they do that? Like if they do a port, then what's the point? Like there's already so many ported versions. Like it's on the Nintendo Online. If you got the SNES Mini, it's on there. So like unless they do like a graphics overhaul on it, but then do I want that? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I would want to. I want to keep it classic.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I honestly I'm not hyped about those ports or remasters or whatever. So I don't really care too much about it. I just want to put my 2 cents out there. But
I don't think they're gonna be doing a Super Mario World remaster. I thought you were talking about 3D World.
why would I
Yes,
talk
the
about
3D.
3D? I've never even played 3D World. Why would I? I don't even. What?
Yeah, I don't know. I was thinking I was like World. I mean, what? I'm like
Well, yeah, like the
that's not
rumors
possible, is
remasters
it?
are for the 3D Mario games.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, World is a perfect game. They don't need to
Yeah, I
do
don't want that
anything.
mess of world. Keep that how it is.
So yeah, and I just thought about the other game, Mario Strikers. We need it back.
Of
Stri-
course, Bison.
Strikers. Is Strikers is like my NBA Street.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we need it back. Bring it back. Make people happy.
Give it to me.
Okay, you know what? I have a question. So on this proposed game that we're playing right now, does it have to be like Nintendo exclusive IPs or just anything that's been on a Nintendo console?
Mm, if it's coming to the Switch, I'll allow it. Most likely coming to the Switch.
Okay, so not possibles, but it's just anything that's confirmed. Then is what you're saying.
No, it can be theoretical. Not it doesn't have to be confirmed.
Okay, well in that case, that just added like 50 games more to my list.
Oh boy.
Cause Kingdom Hearts has been on the Nintendo console systems
All right, we're
before,
gonna go
so
ahead and move on to the
just no. Honestly, I went with Metroid because that's probably the one that I want the most. Like all the other ones, like I want other games for Nintendo, but well, come on, Nintendo, why are you hating on Metroid right now? Just give me Metroid.
Yeah.
For Metroid, like I want to say that what would make me even more happier than having four in my hands sooner rather than later would
Would be
be
Fusion.
getting the Metroid Prime trilogy
Oh,
with the GameCube controls, and it sells millions upon millions of copies, and everybody finally acknowledges how great its greatness critically is met with many fans. I think that would make me the happiest.
wow, you're asking a lot, but okay.
For more
No. I
fans,
agree with you though because
ah,
like honestly, like Metroid is one of like the original like franchises, like one of the original Nintendo franchises, and it sucks that like people nowadays only know Metroid because of Super Smash. So we're like, oh my god, it's that robot girl. And it's like, no, she's not a robot. She's wearing a power suit. It's
she's a
different.
human being. She was an
She's a human
orphan.
babe
She was orphaned. She got taken in by the Chozo.
by the bird people.
Yeah. When will you
But no, I hear
understand?
people say that. It's like, oh yeah, the robot girl, and I'm all like, what? What did you say? No, but anyway, no. Okay, so yeah, no, I want Metroid. I don't care if it's Prime 4 or Fusion because you know how with Samus Returns, you know they teased a Fusion remake. You know it's gonna happen. If you played that game and you beat it and then you did it again on Fusion mode, which was like the hard mode, and you beat that one again, then you got treated to the secret movie with the X parasites like invading SR388. So you know dang well that Nintendo was teasing Fusion. I want Fusion and I want Prime 4. I don't care too much about the trilogy because we already got too many ports of that. No.
No, I need all three with
I
the
want all
GameCube
three, actually.
controls,
Ray,
man.
no. No. We got the individual Prime games, and then they did the trilogy pack for the Wii, and then they did the port to the Wii U. That's too many ports. Too many. If they're spending too much time on ports, then they're not going to spend too much time on the new games, Ray. Stop it.
Okay.
Get
All
help.
right, all right. If I had to choose, I'd take the new games. You're right. You're right. Okay. You put me in my place. I'm
That's
not.
right.
Okay. Okay.
That's right. That's what I'm here for. Put you in your place.
Okay. I'll take that. I'll take that.
Okay, moving on though. Who's
All right.
next?
Moving on. Moving on. I think everybody shared what they want. Unless Jose, do you have extra ones since people have been sharing more? No. Jose, are you there?
Did they die?
Sorry. What happened?
Oh, you shared Pikmin
Oh
4.
no! We're gonna call attention to that right now. He logged off because I was going off on a tangent on Metroid. No.
No,
You Pikmin lover?
no. Something came up right now. Sorry. I was listening, but then something happened. Anyways, what
Okay.
happened?
Anyway, people, we've been sharing more than one, or a few of us have been sharing more than
Yeah.
one. So, if you want to share another one that you have in the chamber that you want to see, by all
Um.
means.
Okay. Well, first of all, I did want to say, Ray, I'm with you. I actually do want the ports. For the trilogy, the Metroid trilogy, even though Andres says it's been ported way too many times.
Aha!
Because I haven't played them, and I mean, it's on the Wii U. We have it on the virtual console.
No, it's
Oh no, it's a downloaded.
it's a trilogy.
Oh, okay. Um, but I never got to play it. Um, so I mean, I would want to get into that franchise, and what better way than to port it to the Switch? But so I'm with you on that
Indeed.
one. I actually agree with that. Um,
Thank you, Jose.
as far as another franchise, I mean, a game that I would want to see, I can't think of anything right now. Xenoblade Chronicles 3. That's right.
You just barely got invested and you want a
Stupid.
three?
Just
Stupid.
kidding.
Yo,
Yeah,
I
trying.
like where his
Well,
head
I
is
mean,
at though.
I haven't played the second one, so you're right. Maybe that's moving too fast. Um,
Just say that you want X to be ported to the Switch. We'll take.
oh yeah, that's true. I just want ports.
That'll have three games you have to play now. Three Xenoblade
I'm
games.
happy with ports. Um,
Ports and Pikmin. The double P.
you would think that was a Pokemon, but I feel like they need to slow it down. I don't know. I mean, if they are gonna release a new Pokemon game, I'd rather it be like a Coliseum sequel or a
Like an
well,
actual
Bell
game,
Darkness
not Pokemon
sequel.
Sleep.
Yeah, exactly. Like not a mobile game, not an app, like an actual game with a storyline, like something new, or a Gale of Darkness sequel. I don't know. Maybe that's asking for too much, but that would make me happy too.
No, that's not asking. That's not asking too much because they Nintendo belted out like how many games already this year? Like 4 or 5. And
Mm,
like it's like, did anybody ask for any of these games? No. You're gonna devote this much time to developing like 5 separate titles. You might as well be like actual like games.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm
I
already
think
getting
that
hated
falls
on
on
by
the
people that were
Pokemon
actually
company,
looking
though.
forward to that Pokemon MMO game. But you know what? I don't care.
I'm looking
Who
forward to
wanted
it.
who wanted that? Not me.
We're playing that. It's gonna be fun on the Switch.
We shall see.
Hey, you didn't shut me down immediately. It might be because we're on this podcast, but I'll take
You better watch yourself as soon as we go
it.
offline.
Hey, shout out to Sunshine though. The Sunshine remaster.
Nope, nope, nope. Moving on. We're not
Okay,
talking.
okay.
No, go
Moving
ahead. I
on.
don't care. Go ahead. Talk about it.
Talk about him. Talk to him. I think I talked about Sunshine before, but Sunshine's the I don't want to say jolly because I say jolly a lot, but for real, it's the jolliest game
It's a game,
I've ever
man.
played. It's just a joy to play. It might not be the most technically efficient or the most technically, ironed out, but you pop that disc in and you hear the Isle Delfino music popping off.
The
Them sun.
worst track in Nintendo history.
Are you for real right now?
Yes, that's gross.
Oh.
Well,
All right. Well, my Steam is
Look,
gone. I
that
don't.
one and the Nico Bay theme, like they all. No, no.
You're not going to jam out to Sunshine music in your car, but when you play the game, it complements the vibes, and that's what it's going after. I'm down with that.
Fine. If I
And
if I if I
Flood,
can if I can replace the notes with Fall That Foot, then I'm okay with it then.
not officially, but in your canon, if you can do that. And Flood too. Flood gets too much flack. It was actually really fun. People wanted their traditional platforming. They didn't want change,
Everybody
and they
knows
rejected it.
about the Poltergust 3000 rain.
And they rejected Flood. But Flood, Flood was the homie, and it was really fun to play with Flood.
No.
Okay.
Flat for Smash.
Yeah. Do you guys
How
want to talk
dare you? How
about?
dare you waste the spots? Might as well just throw it away. Throw that one and a second one away and just only have 4 characters.
Does anybody want to give a shout out to 64 or Galaxy?
No,
The
Galaxy.
other rumored ones.
You know what? Yeah, Galaxy 1 and 2, and maybe a 3.
Make it a trilogy.
Those are the best Mario games.
I'm logging
I
off.
can agree with that.
All
I'm
right,
logging off. I'm logging off
I
now.
mean, we're all entitled to our opinions.
Even as long as
Or
you
facts,
acknowledge
you
that
know?
those opinions are wrong.
we
Well,
all
I mean,
we
your
all know
opinions are
Super
correct.
Mario World is actually the timeless classic.
I mean, yeah, crickets. Anyways.
What the? All right, we gotta move on. It's gonna be antagonistic. All right, let's move on
Too
to Passer
tense.
Play. Let's move on to Passer Play. So those new to our podcast, Passer Play is when one of us or a couple of us choose a video game. We choose a quote from the back of the box, and we read the quote to the panel. Off of that quote, they have to guess if they want. First of all, they have to guess the game if they can, and based off of the quote, are they going to play it or will they pass? So I got one today. Does somebody else have one prepared or?
Whose turn is it, anyways? I've been missing from the past couple of podcasts because of work, so I'm a little lost in the rotation.
Think it was Weege and I that did it
It
last.
was, yeah, it was supposed to be me, but I don't have a game.
I got one, and I know I didn't
So,
remind y'all,
risk.
so I'll do mine, and then we'll come back refreshed next week, ready, prepared.
What makes you think I don't have one ready then?
Oh, you do?
Oh, you have one?
Yes, I do.
Ooh.
I'm actually I have one ready. Like I planned mine ahead. I planned mine weeks ahead. So how dare you,
That's
Jose,
baller. That's
for
baller.
for
I'm
being
sorry.
unprepared? How dare you?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to the viewers as well. I apologize.
Well, now
Okay,
you
Ray, you
know
go.
better.
Listeners.
Ray, you go first, because I have to go because I have to go dig it out first.
Okay, sure. All right, let me go ahead and do this. Here we go. The evil blank has set in motion his most diabolical plot ever. The fate of blank and possibly mankind as we know it has been put in the hands of three unsuspecting heroes. Sorry. Join blank and his friends in their fearless crusade to end blank's evil scheme. Encounter your favorite characters from the cartoon, including special cameo appearances. Pull off crazy maneuvers like tongue boarding or underwear bungee jumping. 10 huge 3D worlds to explore, including special bonus areas and other secret rewards. What game is that? And are you interested?
Well, the first thing that popped up to me was that stood out to me was the from the cartoon. So it's a video game based on a cartoon. Um,
I think I know what it is.
that kind of threw me off. I don't know. Uh,
When I choose my quotes, I always think about Weege because
Bluetooth?
Weege is the one that always gets me. Like, I think I know what it is. I'm like, oh no. I try to avoid that.
Well, he knows what.
Okay, can you repeat it again?
Sure. The evil Blank has set in motion his most diabolical plot ever. The fate of Blank and possibly mankind as we know it has been put in the hands of three unsuspecting heroes. Join Blank and his friends in their fearless crusade to end Blank's evil scheme. Encounter your favorite characters from the cartoon, including special cameo appearances. Pull off crazy maneuvers like tongue boarding or underwear bungee jumping. 10 huge 3D worlds to explore, including special bonus areas and other secret rewards.
Okay, yeah, I think I know what it is.
Yeah? What the hell?
Wait,
Well, if I'm correct,
let Jose
but
go first. Jose, are you interested or not?
Um, I think I'm gonna pass only because like past experiences, like cartoon-based video games for me have not really been that engaging.
Okay.
So I'm a pass. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass on that too because I'm pretty sure I know what that is. So I'm a
All
pass.
right. Okay.
I'm a pass on that. A.
Your loss.
Not really
um,
because I know what it is.
I'm split. Um, like if I think it is the game I think it is, I'm not really interested in it.
How
Damn.
dare you?
But yeah, I'm gonna pass. I'm sorry.
So everybody pass on this one.
Yeah, we don't even have to guess what it is.
What is it? What is it? What is it? Weech.
Well, I think it's SpongeBob.
Yeah, it is.
Damn it. Yeah, it's SpongeBob. SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah.
Oh,
A highly underrated 3D platformer that everybody should give a chance to play. It's
I
actually very
hear that
fun.
it's really good. Like it's really good, but I've
Yeah,
never actually played it. So
Really?
but y'all don't want to try it.
I'd rather play Sunshine.
You know what? I'll take that. I'll take that. Play Sunshine instead. No, but on seriousness, you gotta SpongeBob
You
Battle for
gotta play
Bikini
it.
Bottom is it's a good game. All right, so that was my entry for this week.
All
Co-host,
right,
you
who's
ready?
next?
Okay, I got it.
All right.
Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
So here we go. A collision of the world's most powerful universes. Rule the arena of the world's two most powerful fighting universes. An unprecedented 56 playable characters raises the bar of arcade fighting with 3-on-3 tag team battles, unbelievable control, and hyper fast animation. Pick a fight with your favorite legendary characters and watch the super combos fly.
I think I know what it is.
Yeah, I think I know what it is. I would play it if it's the game I think it is.
You played it.
We've played it in the arcades, and I mean it's pretty fun. So I would play it.
Same. Play.
Okay, so it's play across the board then.
Oh, no doubt. I'm playing that, Chief.
Okay, what are your guesses though?
I'm gonna take you for a
Yeah.
ride.
Um,
Da-da-da-da,
Yeah. It's
uh,
Marvel v Capcom.
You
Marvel
mother
v Capcom.
trucker. Yes, it was Capcom. It was Marvel vs. Capcom 2.
Two.
Yo,
Two? Yeah, what the hell?
that game is really good. It holds up. Like you see it now. You pop it in, and you see them graphics,
Yeah.
that art style, that movement, that schmovement. It's all
Yeah,
you could want in a
it's
video
pretty
game.
nice.
Okay, so Mortal Kombat was my introduction to fighting games, but believe it or not, this game right here, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, was my introduction to like the Marvel like universe.
That's sick.
Yeah, like I started reading like the Marvel comics because of this game.
Oh, did it introduce you to Capcom too or not?
No, I already
Oh,
knew
okay.
about Capcom.
Oh, okay.
I mean, okay. I knew like mostly like about Capcom, like Street Fighter and Mega Man. Like obviously I knew about them already, right? But yeah, like Marvel versus Capcom was my introduction to like the Marvel heroes and everything. I didn't really care too much about superheroes. Like I didn't really get like any like superhero toys. Like I didn't get any like Spider-Man toys or anything like that when I was a kid.
What kind of
But
toys did you get?
huh?
What kind of toys did you get?
Legos, and a lot of instruments. Apparently, my mom wanted me to be really instrumental,
All
So
right.
she got me a drum set, a guitar, um,
Okay,
what
Billy
else?
Ray Cyrus. I see you.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I didn't really get. I didn't really. Now that I think about it, I really didn't get a whole lot of. I didn't really get a lot of toys other than a ton of Legos. I always got Legos. If I got toys, it was always Legos. Legos and instruments. That's what I would get all the time.
Huh. I didn't really get Legos. That's interesting.
Oof, I mess heavy with Legos. I remember still playing with Legos like even when I was a teenager. Like I remember like up to my probably my freshman or sophomore year of high school. Like I was still like building stuff with my Legos.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
that's awesome. The heck?
I messed heavy with my Legos.
Respect. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna that's gonna do it for the podcast this week. For everybody tuning in, thank you very much. If you would like to see more of our content, or you would like to come back and watch the future or past episodes of the Road Jump Media podcast, you can. We're found on YouTube. We're found on Twitter, all the social medias that you can think of. We're most likely on there. So all you got to do is type in your favorite social media platform and then Roll Jump Media, and you'll be able to find us. All right. Thanks for everybody joining me on the podcast today, Jose, Luis, and Andres. Would you guys like to say something really quick as before we end the podcast?
Thanks for tuning in.
Remember Iwata by gaming today.
All right.
Oh,
Perfect.
hold on. Before we officially end it.
Uh-huh.
So you know how like it was actually like National Video Game Day like on Tuesday or something.
Sure.
I think this whole week like should just be like a gaming week, even though it's already like the end of the week pretty much. Like today's literally the last day.
Hmm.
But yes, enjoy your favorite video games today. Make Iwata Sensei proud.
Yes.
Yes.
All right. Appreciate you guys. All right. We're signing off. Until next time.